Rav Chisda. Charom es daki ruach. V'charom ani es daki ruach. Okay? The Gemara looks at what this means. Machlokes Rafun Rav Chisda. Mustaver command yoma ani es daki ruach. So the Gemara says it's more logical to say ani es daki ruach. We'll see what's the difference between es daki ruach or ani es daki ruach. Shrei HaKadosh Baruch Hu Shechino Har Sinai. Which means, the question is, as we will explain, when Hashem is associated with something, He brings it up to Him, or He goes down to it. So the Gemara says it's more logical, the position, that He goes down rather than He brings it up. Why? Sharei HaKadosh Baruch Hu Hish Shechino Har Sinai. Hashem allowed His Shechina to dwell on Har Sinai. Lo Gova Har Sinai Lamala. He didn't lift the mountain up, but rather He came down. One second. Just thinking, it's interesting. It says, Kofim Leharke Gigas. Right? He put the mountain over our heads. So when He came down, when was the Kofim Leharke Gigas? Before or afterwards? Evident the mountain lifted up, right? But why did it lift up? Did it lift up because the mountain was brought up to the Shechina? Or He lifted it up because He says, if not, I'm going to drop the mountain on you? Right? Factually, it was lifted up. So during Kabbalah Torah, where was the mountain? How long did that last? Was it the whole period? So how do you know the reason why the mountain was up? Maybe it's up because the mountain's being lifted up to Him. Because the Shekhinah, therefore, was lifted up. It's not so simple. Understand what I'm saying? Physically, it was lifted up. Oh, no, before. He lifted it, then He put it down, and then they encircled. Umashishav Amar es daki ruach, or iti daki ruach. Mashav ani es daki ruach. Is it iti, or I am with the daki ruach? The daki ruach, daka means with the broken one, or ani es daki. Ki Hashem Yisbarach shu oleh pone el olul. Hashem, who's the cause, He turns towards what emanates. Va'olul hu mekabel kvodo Yisbarach. Lios Hashem Yisbarach imo. Ulkach ani es dake. L'mad yomar iti dake. V'gam kvar Yisbarach shekevin shal kolponim yeshchibu biyachra olul ma'oleh. There's a connection between the cause and the effect. Hine roishi yohadako imo Yisbarach. It makes sense that what? If it emanates, that what emanates should be at His level. Because of the attachment and the dveikus and chibur, kach ito yizborach dako, the dakas will divrei sheneim all of yeshlam chibur yachad. But everybody agrees whether Hashem goes down to the object or the object comes up to Him, the object emanates from Him. Right? There's no question. He's the cause and the object is the effect. So the question is, how does it work? But everybody agrees whether the object comes up or He goes down, but there's an attachment between the two of them. Right? Otherwise, what does Hashem have to go down or it goes up? Iti means with me is the effect. So what does it mean with me? With me means the effect is with Him. Kol mistavrak hu es daki ruach, sh'Hashem Yisborach hi shechinosu ima dako. Ki af im Hashem Yisborach morom v'kodo shochenad, although Hashem is exalted and holy forever, moki yesh lios hu Yisborach shu oler ima daka she'olu hu muchan lekabel b'yoser, she'er imo kvod hashchino, that the Shekhinah should be with it. Ki dover zehu chibur b'yosek kashu Yisborach es dake. She'ah chibur kasher hoye im Hashem Yisborach hadako. You hear what he says? He says, in terms of a level of attachment, it's considered more of attachment when the cause is associated with what's effective rather than brings it up. Why? Ki mishaboel echod hu legamri ito. Ki echad mekabel oso etzel gamri. Yeah, I mean, if a greater person goes to a lesser person, where's the greater person? The lesser person has an identity. The lesser person not subsumed by the identity of the greater person. What about if the greater person is on the turf of the lesser person? The lesser person on the turf of the greater person. He's subsumed. He doesn't have his own identity. So it's more of a chibur that I retain my identity, and who am I attached with? With whoever attached, with the greater. So that's what he's saying. Lokein echod shebo etzel godel she'efshel she'yah chibur imo kol kach v'hovin zeh. Ulefich komar mistavro dani es dako. If we speak about a relationship where it's considered a more secure relationship, Hashem came down to us. Shadako shu'olu shchini imo yishlo hovin zeh. Now, there's no question in terms of being given a level of value and identity. If Hashem comes to us, it's much more than if we come to Him. One is, I'm letting you into my house. I'm allowing you to come up. Right? So I'm allowing you, but it doesn't give us the full understanding to what degree Hashem is valuing you. But if Hashem goes down, it definitely shows a greater degree of value when He goes down to the lesser. Actually, Moshe ascended the mountain, right? Klal Yisrael were there. He came down. He spoke to them. They were on the ground. He said, "Ascend." And what happened when he ascended the mountain? He went to Shemayim. So Moshe had to go up to receive the Torah. Wanted Hashem to give him the Torah on the mountain. As he came down on the mountain to speak to Klal Yisrael, why did he come down on the mountain to give the Torah to Moshe Rabbeinu, to teach him everything? He had to teach him the Torah in Shemayim. Right? He didn't teach it to him on the earth. I mean, that's unrelated to this. This is a question of valuing. This is a question of valuing. There it's a question, why Torah had to be given in the Shemaim, that's a different discussion. Because Torah is absolute in terms of its spirituality, its location in the Shemaim. That's because of what it is. Here we're talking about a relationship between Hashem and Klal Yisrael. Did He go down to them, or did He bring them up to Him? That was... No, Sefer Torah was at the end of 40 years. Came to Luchas Evan. Stone tablets. First, I'll dwell among you is only mentioned by the Mishkan. That was later. That's what the sense of Mistavra. The mountain that wasn't lifted up to him.
If there are two possibilities in the mountain, let me go to the next case, which is clear.
It's clear. Everybody agrees the mountain didn't lift up.
Okay.
Okay, clear. That's what he's saying. So so the question is, so what is the consideration of the other opinion? I mean, factually, if the mountain didn't lift up, what's even the consideration that the lesser goes up to the greater? Factually, God came down to the mountain. The mountain was the lowest mountain. It's not He lifted the lowest up, but rather He went down to the mountain. Right? I don't understand the position. Abdimar says, Mistavro, it's more logical the other position. That He came down rather than He brings the lesser up to Him.
So Maharal saying that He could have, and the fact that He didn't shows us.
See, the pasuk, I think this is the answer. This is the answer. I mean, factually, how does the other opinion reconcile with the mountain and with the Mishkan? Right? Both. The pasuk was speaking. The Gemara quoted a pasuk. Right? Ani as daku shvaruach. That's a pasuk. That pasuk has nothing to do with Sinai. Now the question is, what does that mean? So we bring a proof from Sinai. It means He goes down, rather He brings the lesser up. Right? So how does the other person reconcile the pasuk? Right? Seemingly, that's mistaver. It's not mistaver. It's not more logical. It's a refutation on the other position. Right? Ernie, you're not with us. Okay. Next time you ride the bike, make sure to wear a helmet, please. Got to protect the head. Okay. See, there's a question how to interpret a pasuk. Ani es daki ruach. It says, Ani es daki ruach, daka ushva ruach. I am with the daka ushva ruach. What is that I am with? Is it he brings the low-spirited and the broken one up to him, or Hashem goes down? So Tzmor says it's logical to say the interpretation is he goes down. Because you see Sinai. So it's more than a mistavra. Mistavra means it's more logical. It's more rational to say. It's not. It's a refutation of the position. Right? There's a Midrash. The Midrash says that initially, during Kabbalah Torah, Hashem went public. He presented him publicly. In the Mishkan, it's Osli Mishkan Shechanta B'Socham. What is it analogous to? A king that when he had a little daughter, whenever he would go with her, whether it was in the public setting or in a private setting, he would display his love for her. When she became mature, he says, it's not appropriate. Now that you understand our relationship, for me to show my affection for you in a public setting is not appropriate. Therefore, it will be in a private setting. This is Osli Mishkan Shechanti B'Socham. So therefore, that's the pshat. How does Hashem normally conduct himself? He brings the one up to him. Because it's not appropriate for Hashem, because you don't understand who God is. See, God comes down. Sinai, God had to show his relationship with us. Therefore, that was the exception. He had to come down to us to understand to what degree he values us. To what degree he values. But once we have that understanding, then he brings us up to him. He doesn't go down any longer. So that's the Mishkan. The Mishkan is not as Daki Ruach. What? That will be the equivalent of bringing the mountain up. It's a level of attachment where the person's elevated. But the end result is the same. You can't, the recipient.
As a relationship.
No, wait, but he doesn't understand what's happening. It's like you're flying in a plane, right? And you think you're actually stationary. The plane is flying. Are you going forward? You're going backwards. You don't know how you're going. Maybe you're just standing still, right? Because you need something else to be able to gauge where you're going. Right? Are you going up or going down? You need a frame of reference to understand where you are. What Hashem is doing, we don't know. We feel close to him. Is it because he brought us up or because he came down to? We have no idea. We have no idea. So that's the question. What does the pasuk mean? As Daki Ruach, is it iti? He's with me or I'm with him? To be continued. Yes, you go.